And so I guess, Andrew, what is your topic to the table? Tell our lovely users.
Okay, so since with all the crap that happened within the past 2 weeks, I figured we just need a good laugh or just a good relaxing topic. So mine is, we're going to be I'm naming this dramatic reading of K-pop fan fiction. So, yeah.
It's going to be so bad.
I mean, no, I have one good story.
I was going to say, how much do you plan on reading?
All of it.
How long is it?
I only picked 2 stories, so it should be...
How long are they?
It should take about It should take about 5 or 10 minutes each. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because I remember fan fictions being chapters upon chapters.
Yeah. So when I was looking, I was trying to look for a lot mostly shorter stories, but there's on places like Wattpad or I don't know, LiveJournal or whatever, they basically separated into chapter 1, chapter 2, and it'd be 30,000 words, or it'd be an ongoing series.
There'd also be there's also an entire site called Asian Fanfics.
Really?
Asian? Really?
Asian
yeah,
fanfics.
It's all about it's mostly K-pop fan fiction.
I mean, it's not surprising that K-pop has so much fanfic, considering the age demographic, or pretty much.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And
everyone
the
from
Tumblr presence.
Yeah, the huge Tumblr presence. I found a couple of nice stories from Tumblr, but again, I had to cut it down to just 2. So, hold on, I'm gonna need to copy you guys on the link so you can read along. Okay. Yeah. Don't worry, this first one isn't bad. This first one is.
Is this about Shiny?
No.
No, never mind. Well, I just saw Lock and Key, so I was like...
Okay, hold on. I need to switch to the release. Okay. So...
Oh, goodness. It's Twice.
Yeah, so this is a Twice fan fiction.
Jihyo focus.
Yeah, it's a Jihyo focused fan fiction, and it's done by Tumblr user It's Momorin. So, I believe she's changed her name a couple times, but this is the current username she's going with. All right, so I'm gonna do a dramatic reading of Lock and Key by It's Momorin.
They have one for every member.
Yeah, they have one for every member. They have multiple for every member.
I'm scrolling down, and I'm like Mina, Dayan.
Yeah,
Momo,
there's
Momo.
there's 2 good Mina ones. Anyway, Lock and Key by It's Momorin.
Okay.
Hey Jihyo, you're looking good today as usual. Good morning, Jihyo. I love your outfit today. 2 girls exclaimed as Jihyo walked down the hallway. They greeted Jihyo with the brightest smiles and waved as she passed by. Morning, girls. Thanks. I love the new hair color and cardigan. Jihyo was a star. Jihyo was the star of the school. Whenever people thought of your high school, they thought of Jihyo. She was the most outstanding student, the most positive individual a person could get to know. If Jihyo was the sun of the universe, you would be identified as a small, desolate, cold, and meaningless meteorite that drifted from one place to another.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop you right here for a second. I think Jacob and I need to do Mystery Science Theater 3000 commentary on top of this, making fun of it constantly.
Okay, wait, hold on. So
while you read it,
there's a section where it says your name. So what's the name of the person that? Because it puts you in your. It's a first or. There's a character that's supposed to be you, so what should our character's name be? Who out of us, who likes Jihyo the most?
Me. I have her autograph.
Yeah. Okay, so then our character's name will be Jacob. All right.
Yeah. Okay. God damn. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Don't worry. Don't worry. This one isn't lewd. Don't worry. The next one is.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
the next one is.
Unfortunately, that description isn't 100% correct. You didn't blend into the crowd or become invisible to the rest of the school. No, everyone knew you and everyone avoided you, including Jihyo. Not that you ever cared, since you realized that you were different. Not that you ever cared, since you realized that you were different from everyone else since you were in junior high. If 9 out of 10 people would agree with something, you would be the one to disagree. Oh, that sounds like myself.
Right.
This actually
sounds like Jacob.
Some figured that you were trying to cope with all the hardships that you had endured in your life. Others merely called you messed up, crazy, retarded, and broken. Okay.
Nobody calls me retarded.
Truthfully, you didn't even know why you behaved in this manner. Perhaps you just wanted to get noticed by someone. Most of the time, you kept to yourself. But everyone knew that you could burst into flames just as easily ever since last semester, where you publicly beat up another student during lunch.
Damn.
Wow.
You're a badass, Jacob.
I mean, I definitely want to get Jihyo's
publicly,
attention, but
you didn't take him out back. You just beat the shit out of someone in the cafeteria.
God.
People feared you. People found you
totally
disgusting, one way or another. People avoid making any eye contact with you. As Jiho turned around the corner, her eyes met yours for a brief moment before she broke away to address another smiling student. You walked by her, almost physically brushing shoulders, until someone grabbed Jiho and guided her away from you. You don't want to touch him. He's an absolute creep, one girl whispered to Jiho. We think that he's been dropped on his head when he was a toddler or something, because there's obviously something wrong with him, another girl added. Is that so?
There's obviously something wrong with the person who wrote this.
No, this is actually a pretty good fanfiction, not gonna lie. I like this one the most.
I don't know, I just feel like they're projecting their
so
own
mean.
No, I think these I think some of these
doubts.
I think some of these are actually like suggestions, or they suggest the scenario. So she's writing with I think this one might have been a suggestion. So it's whoever the anonymous person that submitted Jiho, where it's self-depreciating one. Is that so? Jiho added weakly as she peered at you from over her shoulder. You kept your head down and continued to walk past them until you couldn't hear Jiho and the girls anymore. Maybe he just needs someone, Jiho said to herself quietly. Oh, she's so adorable. What was that? I didn't really catch that, one of the girls asked loudly. I said, no, never mind. Class is about to start, so I'll catch up with you guys later, okay?
Jiho would never say something to herself quietly. She's super loud.
Jiho quickened her pace as she caught up to you. You didn't turn your head to address her and continued to stare forward. Hey, Jiho began. You could feel her fingers reaching over to touch you softly on your shoulder, but you quickly moved away from her, took a turn, and immersed yourself into the crowd. As you made your way into class, you could feel everyone's eyes on you. However, something felt different today. Tilting your head just a little, you could see out of the corner of your eye that Jiho was staring at you from behind. She didn't have a smile or a frown, but she stared at you with an innocent expression on her face. Jiho, are you going to answer the question? The teacher asked politely. Huh? Oh, sorry, I was thinking about something else just now. Can you please repeat the question? Jiho apologized. The teacher smiled in response and repeated the question for Jiho. As usual, she answered the question with ease as you stared out the window. Jacob, did you catch the answer to that question? The teacher said sternly.
Damn.
Then again, I doubt you even
pay attention, Jacob.
Then again, I doubt you
This
even
doesn't sound like me.
Do you actually pay attention in class or no?
Yeah, I do. Well, sometimes. If it's interesting, I do.
Okay.
Which usually I like to learn, so I'm usually paying attention, but when it gets boring or if I already know what it is, I don't pay attention.
Okay, so let's pretend this is board class. Then again, I doubt you even know what the question was. Go outside and stand out there for the rest of class. Maybe they'll teach you to pay attention to the class next time.
I gotta do this thing that they do in Korea where you gotta hold your hands in
or like in anime where you have to hold the water bucket.
Of water. Yeah.
You got up slowly from your desk and headed for the door. On your way there, some classmate thought it'd be funny to step on your loose shoelace. As a result, you stumbled and fell on your hands and knees while the rest of the class giggled and laughed discreetly. With tight fists, you began to get back up when all of a sudden, you felt someone lift you up. It was Jiho. The class was no longer laughing or giggling. It was a completely silent room. Teacher, maybe Jacob just needs a quick break. I'll accompany him and bring him back before class ends. I have my work finished already, so I left my work on your desk if you wanted to check it, Jiho said with her usual smile. Oh yes, you're right. Be back soon, the teacher responded. Jiho was still holding out your arm as the both of you made your way out of class. As soon as you realized, you shook her off violently, stuck both of her violently, yeah, stuck both of your hands.
How dare you?
Yeah, how dare you reject Jiho like that? Damn it, Jacob!
It's not me. It's not me.
Stuck both of your hands into your pocket and strolled ahead with an excessively quick pace. Hey, can you slow down a bit? Jiho asked as she tried to match your pace. You didn't heed her words instead sped up. You could hear Jiho lightly jogging behind you. All of a sudden, she appeared in front of you and held up her arms up to stop you in her tracks. Why are you like this? Jiho questioned with a confused face. Why do you bother? You said coldly. You. The best student the school has ever had, the kindest person others have known, the smartest and most brilliant individual in our grade. What do you want from someone like me? I just wanted to say you're different? Say you're not like the rest of them? Can you prove that? Are you brave enough to tell them to in their faces that you associate yourself with me? If not, then don't say a word to me. I don't need your pity. With that, you walked around.
This person is...
God, this guy sucks. This guy's so cold. He's very tsundere. Like if you don't understand that trope.
He's like the freaking eggy person.
It's high school. He's an edgelord.
Well, I thought they said it was like middle school.
I don't know.
Yeah, but middle school goes until like 10th grade in Korea.
That's true. Well, I mean, I don't know if this person...
this isn't written in Korean.
Yeah, so I'm sure this person's like...
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Anyway.
Yeah,
With that, you walked around and past Jihyo as she stood there by herself, staring at the ground, biting her lip. By the time you made your way back to class, you could hear students talking to Jihyo inside since she went back first. What happened, Jihyo? Did that thing do something to you? We've got your back if anything happens to you. He'll pay dearly. One of the boys exclaimed. He's just trying to get into her pants.
Yep.
You leaned onto the wall outside and listened in. No, he didn't do anything. It's fine, Jihyo answered without emotion. Still, you should have listened to us. Don't associate yourself with someone like that. They're not worth anything. People like him can never change. But if you keep trying to talk to him, it only makes you look bad. We don't want a Jihyo that has been infected and contaminated by that trash. You're better than him. Trust us.
Suriki.
You didn't hear or see Jihyo's response, but you could assume that she agreed. After all, everyone only ever cares about their own reputation and image. Yet strangely enough, Jihyo still lingered around you. She might have not come up to you and addressed you in front of the school. In front of the school, but you could tell that she was following you around. You know you don't have to follow me around, right? I can't even tell what you're up to. You should stay away from me, for your own good. Do you always push people away? Excuse me? Do you shut yourself out because you have to, or just because it's easier that way? You don't know anything about me. True, but you don't know anything about me either. You're the one that's just like the others. You only know the Jihyo that's always nice, kind, perfect, and generous. The two of you exchanged glances at each other in silence while the rest of the school revolved around you two. No one had ever talked to you like that, and you certainly didn't expect that coming from Jihyo. After that conversation, you let Jihyo approach you, sit with you, and even talk to you. Over time, you discovered Jihyo wasn't just the perfect A student or a beautiful girl with no flaws. She was human, just like you. She had her weaknesses and made her mistakes, just like you. Due to this, you slowly bonded with Jihyo, and as the two of you spent more and more time together, the only obvious drawback was that Jihyo's perfect reputation was clearly diminishing. People stopped addressing her in the hallways. Some even refused to talk to her altogether. You can tell.
Jacob.
Yeah, you ruined her reputation, Jacob. God damn it.
Yeah, because I'm just low-life trash, man.
You could tell she wasn't concerned, despite the rumors being spread around, yet you began to fear for her. You didn't want Jihyo to suffer the pain that you had endured for years. Hey, Jihyo, I need to talk to you about something. Sure, what's up? She smiled happily. I won't lie. I enjoy spending time with you, but I can't be selfish. You deserve better. I don't want you to, he began sadly. Did you know that it's really hard to pay attention and care for everyone in the school? I'm done letting my reputation dictate what I do. Especially not now that I've found someone I genuinely care about. Jihyo suddenly cut in. Ah! She cares about you, Jacob! Even though you're a cold, heartless bastard.
And literally nothing. Yeah, you've literally done nothing her to care about you. She just magically saw you and was like, "Oh, okay, sure.
She's like,
I want to be that dude's girlfriend."
You were speechless as
I wouldn't complain. But
you were speechless as Jihyo continued to beam her smile towards you. Making up your mind, you walked past her with your head down.
You also publicly beat up someone like a few days ago. What is that? What is wrong with Jihyo?
Hey, maybe he's just like the scary guy that's just misunderstood. I don't know.
He beat up someone.
Maybe they got him
Do
mad.
I look like someone who can beat up anyone?
I don't know, Jacob. I don't know. Anyway, making up your mind, you walked past her with your head down, just like that first time you did. You guys had talked in the hallway. Jihyo quickly turned to chase you, but instead she was greeted by your embrace. Thank you, you muttered as Jihyo hugged you back. Little by little, Jihyo had broken down all of the walls you had built in order to protect yourself. No, thank you for letting me in, Jihyo whispered softly into your ear. The end. I think it was pretty good for fanfiction. I liked it.
Meh. I'm more interested in this Mina gif under it.
I mean, obviously, yeah. There's There's a lot of
I'm
fun.
just staring at this Mina gif over and over
That
again.
was a pretty.
That's right at the bottom.
The Mina one was a pretty good story, but it's too long for this topic, unfortunately. All right, so the second one. This is I don't know. This is gonna take a lot of courage for me to read. This is
Oh my god.
This is called.
This is very lewd, and I'm only seeing like several random words.
Okay, so for those under
It's
the age of
lewd
18,
and it's BTS.
for those under the age of
Oh my
18.
God. Okay.
Just don't listen to skip this part of the podcast right now because it's gonna be very, very lewd. So viewer discretion, listener discretion is advised.
horrible.
Man,
Why
now
do
we're gonna
people do
lose our
this?
family-friendly
No,
tag
you-
on iTunes.
Why do people write this stuff?
I don't know. And why do I put myself through this?
What is
Because I
wrong
want
with
YouTube
people?
subscribers. Anyway, this is called.
This is not gonna get us YouTube subscribers.
Hey,
This is gonna
it's
make us lose
BTS and
YouTube
it's
subscribers.
BTS smut. It's gonna get us YouTube subscribers. Trust me. Nobody does this before, and for a good reason. Anyway,
For good reason. Yeah.
Jimin BTS Dirty One Shot by Sleeping Yoongi.
They couldn't even come up with a good title.
I don't know. Okay, so the scenario is Jimin asks you to stay the night, but things heat up when it's your first time over. Why don't you wait?
I'm just gonna imagine Jacob is the character in this story too.
Wait, no. Wait, we have to. It's a girl, so like, let's pick a girl.
girl. Thank God.
Yeah, that's fine.
The girl's name
I'll just-
is Amanda.
Jake.
There's no female version of Jacob. That's the only
That's what I
thing.
was gonna look up.
What's the female equivalent to Jacob? Because I
don't-
can't use Jacob. It's gonna be really wrong.
Jacqueline, maybe.
Okay, so we'll go with
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline.
Okay, it's Jacob.
So
Jacqueline.
it's
But
Jackie.
female.
Jackie.
Yeah, Jackie. Which looks exactly like Jacob, just has long hair.
Okay. Oh God, it's Trap Jacob.
No, that's horrible.
Yeah.
That's just horrible. I would look
Okay.
bad as a girl, man. I wouldn't
Too
do
bad.
any.
All right.
Jimin wants you apparently.
Yeah, Jimin wants
And
you.
it gets real dirty.
Why don't you
No.
Why don't you stay over for the
He-
night? Jimin asked while I was getting my coat on. We've been dating for almost 2 years, and I still
Well,
haven't slept
Andrew's
over his
reading it,
house.
and it's in first person, so it's Andrew.
Yeah.
then.
So,
no.
this is Amanda.
When it
So,
says
Amanda,
name.
yeah.
Amanda.
No,
when
this
it-
is Amanda.
Okay, fine.
You have no
Andrea,
choice.
Andrea. It's
Andrea, that's a good
Andrea?
one. Yeah,
Okay, Andrea. Okay, fine, Andrea. I wanted to wait to do anything like that until we were more official. I really can't. I have the laundry, I have to fold, and I have to organize the recyclables and stuff. I hurried and buttoned my coat and sped walked to the door. I smiled nervously and put my hands in my pockets. Okay, then I'll take you home. Jimin smiled sweetly and grabbed his jacket, taking my hand in his while walking me out of his apartment. Oh, I forgot my car keys on the table. Wait here while I go run and get them, Jimin said. Almost on cue, the taxi pulled up, dropping someone off. No, it's fine. I'll just take this taxi. It's only like 10 minutes away anyways, I said, walking to the taxi. But I wanted to take you home, Jimin mumbled, looking a bit down.
Yeah, we know why you want to take me home.
Oh, I've been reading
We're gonna
ahead.
take
This
Andrew
is just
home.
horrible.
We
This
can
is
be
ridiculous.
we can be together all day tomorrow, promise. I tiptoed and kissed his cheek. Jimin put his hand over the cheek I kissed and gave me one of his widest smiles I'd ever seen. His eyes got all small and his cheeks got all squishy, and he just nodded vigorously. I'm already excited, he gushed. Bye, I said, walking off, giving one last smile and wave. I got into the taxi and told the driver where I wanted to go. As soon as he started to pull away, my heart race started to race, and I started to think, we've been dating for almost 2 years. That's a long-ass time, and he's been nothing but respectful and patient. He's already admitted his love to me, and I him. What's stopping me? I do love him, and I do want to take things to the next level with him, and only him, so what's stopping me? Stop the car! We had only driven about a block, but I threw some money at the driver and ran out the car, leaving the car door behind me open. I ran back to Jimin's apartment and up all the stairs to get to his room. I knocked 4 times and panted, trying to regain my breath. He opened the door, and his smile suddenly turned to a face of utter confusion. Baby? He asked, raising an eyebrow. So, I thought about staying over, and he grabbed me by my hand and roughly pulled me into his apartment. He slammed the door shut and pushed me flat against the wall across from the door. Keeping his hand entwined with mine, he placed his other one on the side of my head on the wall. He craned his neck down and kissed my lips hard.
On the wall.
No.
His large,
Like
round...
50 Shades of Grey.
His large, round,
really is.
soft lips completely engulfing my own. I felt his tongue lick the outside of my lips, and I opened my mouth.
You did.
His tongue tasted like a cool strawberry milkshake, and I knew he'd just been drinking strawberry milk. What the fuck?
Strawberry milkshake.
How would you know?
Why
did
does his
did he not brush
mouth
his
taste
teeth?
like
How
strawberry
does
milkshake?
someone's tongue taste like a strawberry milkshake?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. The thought made me smile into our kiss a bit, and my hands went down to his waist. I let one rest on his hip and the other laid on his hard chest. He pushed his body closer to mine, and our chests pressed together. He made a low groan noise, and I pulled away for air. His lips attached themselves to my neck, and he softly kissed his way back to my lips. He pecked my lips and kissed his way to my ear, where he whispered softly, "Jump." I jumped and wrapped my legs around his waist, and I could already feel his already growing erection.
Yeah, you did.
He places me on the bed, and I laugh. "Already?" I said, getting to my knees and walking over to the edge, grabbing his hardened bulge in my hands.
No.
He was
I
standing.
just like how this is first person, and he agreed to do this to himself.
This
There's
is
a
what
recording of him
This is what I do for YouTube, okay?
It's a recording of Andrew saying these
saying these things. Yeah, we can cut all this out and incriminate him
memoir
in a
from
million
Andrew Lee.
different ways.
Okay. He was standing next to the bed while I knelt in front of him on top of the bed, so we were overall the same height. He bit his lip and reached out to grab my waist, but I felt back. Ah. I said, shaking my head. His eyebrows furrowed together, but my hands went to the hem of my shirt. It was my decision to come back, so you'll have to be a good boy and wait. He tightly shut his eyes and took a breath, still biting his lips roughly. He opened his eyes, and they widened. I made sure to arch my back slowly while taking my shirt off. I smiled and crawled back to him. I kissed on top of his Adam's apple. What? And he hummed softly. I reached up to the first button of his shirt and unbuttoned it. I left a soft kiss just below his neck where the new skin shone through the fabric. I unbuttoned two more and did the same thing. Once I was halfway, when it was halfway, I unbuttoned. I grabbed his hands that were at his sides and tugged them softly onto the bed. "Come on, Chim Chim." Is that his nickname, or I don't know?
What?
I don't know.
"Come on, Chim Chim, you're not going to stand there the whole time, are you?" I said, giggling at him. He furrowed his brow and made an exaggerated face. "I was giving you space, okay?" he defended. "I think you're just awkward because this is our first time." He was laying down on his back, now with one of his arms covering his face and the other on his stomach. I crawled over to him for a second time tonight and straddled him. I grabbed both his hands to reveal his blushing face and put them on my hips. "What? He put his face on it? What?" I don't know. I bent down so my face was just above his, and I smirked. "Just touch me." I leaned back to my sitting position on top of it and straightened my back. I reached back and unclasped my bra. I let it fall, and I threw it to the floor. I felt his rough hands glide their way up to my chest. I placed my hands back on his chest where I finished unbuttoning his shirt. I opened it and ran my hand up and down his chest a few times before I got off him. He gave me a funny look and smiled. And what do you think we're gonna do while we're both wearing pants? What are you guys writing in the chat? Jesus Christ.
Keep going.
He smiled widely and his eyes
We're just
started
relaying
to
to Cooper how this is gonna ruin his G-Man vibes.
I removed my pants, and while him still laying down, I tugged his down too. He finally got up and laid me down, hovering over me. "I'm not gonna be a good boy anymore and wait," he said into my neck, and my toes curled. "I have to do this now." He growled and dragged his teeth gently across my neck. How do you drag your teeth gently across someone's neck? That's like, no. "I'll be gentle," he said, looking me in the eyes. I nodded and I felt him against me. He slowly pushed in and my body tensed. "I'm sorry," he whispered, and I shook my head. "No, it's okay," I said, squirming under him. He leaned down and kissed my lips softly. He pulled back and went in again. And again and again. He gave me small pecks over and over, and I giggled, playfully hitting his chest. Jesus Christ. "I'm not going to be a good boy anymore," I quoted him earlier, teasing him because of his sudden changing character. You know what? I was
coming up soon.
You know what? I was really going to drill into you earlier, but I mean, look at you. You're so precious. I feel like, G-Man, just fuck me, yeah?
Alright, now that's going to be my new ringtone.
What?
For Andrew.
Jimin just fucked me, yeah.
Jimin, just fuck me, yeah.
I said, covering his mouth with my hand. He laughed and bit my hand. He leaned in for another kiss and moved his hip out and then back in. I moaned, grabbing his neck above me, and he smirked. Say my name, he said lowly. Jimin. Jim in. He was thrusting hard and fast. I could see the muscles in his arms and abs working hard to keep up. His hair was damp, so was his skin. He buried his head in my neck. You feel so fucking good, he growled. Jimin, please, I said, arching my back into him. He licked a stripe up my neck and nibbled my ear.
What?
I don't know. How do you lick a stripe up so? Okay, anyway.
I don't know.
Fuck, you're gonna get it so much harder next time, he whispered, and I bit my lip. Ugh, do it now. I screamed, gripping his shoulders and digging my nails into his skin. He grunted and pushed himself, stopping his movements. He devilishly smirked at me. Fine, he growled, grabbing one of my thighs. He hooked one of his legs over his shoulder, and my eyes widened. Hold on, baby, he said, and winked at me. He started hammering into me, and I screamed. My body was being felt in ways I'd never felt before. He was sweating and panting above me. Fuck. He groaned with every thrust. I squealed and tightly gripped his hard biceps. He hung his neck loosely, and my body started to tremble. Jimin,
I'm really sad that your parents haven't walked in like they.
They're downstairs. Don't worry. They're downstairs. Don't worry.
Oh, that'd be the best.
My toes curled and my insides clenched. Say my fucking name, he growled. Jimin. Oh fuck, Jimin.
Why do people do this?
I let go of him and gripped the bedding around me and arching my back and throwing my head back and moaning loudly and closing my eyes. Ang! He collapsed on top of me and I grunted. Jesus, I said, wrapping my arm around his neck and putting my other hand on the back of his head. I hugged him close while our breathing calmed. After a few minutes, he rolled off me. He patted his chest, and I snuck over and put my head on top of him. Baby, he said while stroking my hair softly. I hummed. I'm a badass, right? He said seriously. I left quiet.
Are you kidding me right now?
Who says I'm a badass after they're done having
a 12-year-old girl that thinks what a 20-year-old Korean pop star would say is what where that came from.
I suppose, I said. Guess I'll have to fuck you harder next time, he smugly replied. Maybe you will, I smartly replied back. I leaned up and kissed him. I laid my head on his shoulder and entwined my legs with his. I love you, he said quietly against my hair. I love you more, I said, closing my eyes and getting ready to drift off into the best sleep of my life. So, you'll stay another night, right? The end.
That was the worst fanfiction I've ever heard in my life. Let's not do this again.
Why do people externalize these thoughts?
The users, I feel bad for you for sitting through this.
I feel bad for us.
You skipped this part.
I literally, at one point, I eventually just started putting on music because I couldn't deal with it anymore. I just stopped listening and blacked it out.
Alright, that's the end of my topic.
That was terrifying.
Okay.
Don't externalize.
Okay, don't unsub, please.
Please.
Yeah, that too. Please. He'll never do this again. Don't.
No, I actually want to do it again with not as stupid stuff.
Start your own YouTube channel.
Hey, if this gets really popular, I'm leaving.
BTSsmut.com.
Yeah, I'll start dramatic BTSsmutreading.com.
It was when they were leaving.
Yes.
She grabbed someone's Polaroid and they had to walk off the main the front part of the stage and go back to the back, and she just had this Polaroid camera.
I think she was about to take a picture, but she's like,
And she was about to take a picture and walk off at the same time, and then she's like, oh no, I'm just gonna walk off.
Yeah.
Oh, I felt bad.